Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to the Ceramic Repair Studio. Now in my video last week I actually fixed on end of a tail with some Araldite glue, and we've left it literally for a week to really set him well. So I thought today we'll actually fill in the small cracks and crevices with Milliput. Now first of all I'm just going to place and take off the sellotape we applied last week to the area, just so it fixed it in nicely. So let's just take that off. Right, so as you can see here we have some cracks here and some missing pieces. So you want to fill these in and then we can actually get on with sanding and then painting. And I'm probably going to use an airbrush on this. So what we're going to do first of all is take our Milliput, and this is a superfine white, and it really does sand well as well, and obviously white because the item we're using is white. Now it comes in two parts, and so we just take one part first, and you don't need very much of this. And it always is a slightly different colour, so this is slightly more yellow, which is fine. And I like to just wrap this up first of all. Now I do like to wrap it up into a, I do like to put it into a ball so you can actually see and compare the sizing. So there's our small ball there, and then I'm going to take the other packet. As you can see, this is slightly whiter, and then just take a little piece, roll this into a ball, and then we can compare the sizing, and that's pretty spot on actually. You want it to be 50-50. So then we're going to combine, and what's good, because they're two slightly different colour tones, is the fact that you can see when it's completely combined. So to begin with, it's almost like a marble effect, and you want it to be really, this usually takes 1 or 2 minutes, and you want it really fully combined, because if it's not, it won't actually set and it will end up being still soft, and so you have to sort of scrape off and start again. So you really want to make sure that this process, you've really mixed it in well. We'll keep mixing. Right, that's starting to feel really soft and pliable, like blue tack, and it's all an even colour here, so I know it's well and truly mixed in. Now I'm going to be using a little implement here. So I think it might even be a dentist tool, but it's quite flat on one side. If you don't have something like this, you can always use something such as a palette knife, but it's something quite small and you want it fairly flat. And once we've mixed up, I'd like to place just a little bit onto my tool here, and then take our piece and then we just want to just very gently apply it to the crack all the way along. And you want it to slightly protrude over, so you can really, when it comes to, I'm just doing that. So yes, so you want it to be slightly protruding, so when it comes to sanding, you are going to have a nice flush sand and it will all blend in. If you actually apply and it's completely flush, then you won't be able to blend it in. So you want a little bit of something over, but obviously if you have too much and you've overdone it, it's fine, but you will spend a lot of time sanding. So you want it to be just enough, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And just applying that there. And then I can see sort of big cracks here. You can see that there. Try to hold it. And I'm working all the way along. Now, Milliput takes around a good 24 hours to dry. I like to leave it even longer. Obviously, the longer you leave it, the better. And also depends on the conditions. Obviously, if you live in a hot country, it's going to dry, I always like to think, a little bit quicker perhaps. And then just keep moving and placing. A little bit more here. Just pressing down and gliding. Not forgetting the tops. And then we just need to go on the other side. So as you can see, there's a few pieces missing. So just taking a little bit of the Milliput, and again, just pressing down slightly. You don't want to press too hard. You don't want to break the break again. And then just glide all the way along. Making sure that you filled any gaps. If you do miss any, you can always, once it's dried and you've sanded, if you found there are still 1 or 2 gaps there, you can always reapply. And then just a little bit more on the other part. Now, Milliput does come in various other colours. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but I do like their product, and it's very easy to sand and it's easy to use. If you do have any other products, please leave a comment down below if there's something you'd like to recommend that you used instead of Milliput. But yes, Milliput does come in various other tones and colours. I think there's black, turquoise, a yellowy colour. There's a silver colour, almost like a grey, which is really great if you have Chinese pieces. But the superfine white is probably my favourite. I just think it's slightly easier to sand. Right. So once we've done all of that, and it's all the way along here, if you like, you can always use your finger to soften it slightly and sort of push it more in. So what I'm doing now is I've got a little bit of water here, and just place your finger in the water. You don't need too much, and then you can just slightly soften any jagged edges. Just work along. Don't want to press in too far, too much. And then just a little bit more. Right, so I'm going to leave this now for a good 24 hours and then we'll be ready for sanding. So I hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful, and again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing for more information, and also a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and found it useful. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, where we're going to be doing some sanding on this piece. Okay, bye.